Good morning everyone and welcome to my channel English Literature. Today I am going to introduce you with another novelist with her work Girls Burn Brighter, and the novelist is Shobha Rao. Shobha Rao's novel Girls Burn Brighter. This novel is divided into 6 parts. Quite lengthy novel, and it is divided into 6 parts. The first part is Indravali, and it describes the life of Purnima and Sobhita. So this novel is centered around two characters. They are the protagonists of this novel, Purnima and Sobhita. Their friendship and Sobhita's leaving the village after Purnima's father raped her, and the village elders decided to marry her to the rapist, that is Purnima's father. So the very first chapter and the first part introduced us with the theme of this novel. We can easily conclude that the novel is women-centric, and the protagonist Purnima and Sobhita's life is the main focus of this novel. The second part, that is named after one protagonist, that is Purnima, and this part describes Purnima's life, her marriage in Nambaru, a place, and she was married to a man with mangled fingers. The tortures of her in-laws and finally their successful attempt to burn her with hot oil. The name of the novel, Girls Burn Brighter, is successful. The significance of the title is successful with the burning of Purnima, but not only with the burning of Purnima, but throughout the novel we will find that the women in our society have to burn again and again in different circumstances, in different situations, in different ways. So Purnima's in-laws burn her with hot oil and send her away from the family, because Purnima's father could not meet the dowry. Then she went in search of Sobhita and finally came up to the brothel where Sobhita was once kept. The third part is Sobhita. This part tells the story of Sobhita, who flees from Indravila and reaches Vijayawada. So when she fled from Indravila, actually the reason we are already introduced in the first part, because Purnima's father raped her and the village elders tried to marry her with the man, but Sobhita could not tolerate this. There is a man, Rishi, the middleman, who picked her up to give her to Guru. Who is Guru? Guru is the brothel owner. We will discuss the characters later in details. There she lost one hand and later was sold to a businessman in America. So that is Sobhita's life's journey. Now fourth part, that is again we are introduced with Purnima. Purnima, determined in her search for Sobhita, resettled America. But to her utter dismay, she found Sobhita away. When she reached there, she found Sobhita is away just 2 days before, and she was get frustrated. But she started searching for Sobhita. Fifth part, that is Sobhita. Sobhita resettled America and started her new life there with other cleaning girls. But one day she fled from their shelter. The sixth part, that is Purnima. Purnima started searching for Sobhita with the help of Mohan. Mohan is a character who actually look after these cleaning women, and he is the supervisor. The setting of the novel is Indravali, Telangana, India, a weaver family. The storyline. The novel starts in Indravali and it introduces us to an anecdote, a story of a childless husband and wife. The very first chapter, the very beginning of the novel, we are introduced to the story of a husband and wife who started planting trees as a way to channel their love and care. In this way, they built up a green grove in a dry region. When a journalist came and congratulated her, "You are a fortunate woman to have so many sons." So the journalist congratulated her that she has so many sons, so many trees. But the old woman replied, "These are not my sons, not one. They are my daughters." So here again we get the significance of the title Girls Burn Brighter. The timbers, the woods, they cannot be sons because sons are not burnt. The daughters, the girls are burnt. So they are my daughters. This sets the tone for the upcoming chapters. The old woman did not consider those trees as daughters, but not as the woman considered those trees as daughters, but not as sons, as daughters are always meant for burning. Every day we find this in the newspaper, in media, in everywhere, that girls are meant for burning for various reasons or no reasons at all. When the story starts, Purnima was 10 years old. She knew her mother would live another 5 years as she was suffering from cancer. So Purnima's mother was suffering from a disease, cancer, and doctor told that she will live just more 5 years. But Purnima was desperate to heal her mother. Purnima worked hard in the loom and tried to make money. She bought bananas, apples, and a handful of cashew for her mother to get her strong. But her mother died when Purnima reached 16. Watching her mother die was like watching a fine blue morning turn to grey. Her mother was her only solace, and she recalled again and again in her life, particularly her hand on her. This image is very beautiful when Purnima is recalling her mother's memory. That one day her mother kept her hand on her, and it was the most beautiful weight. Then she met Savita, who came to work in her father's loom. And these two girls became very close to each other, very intimate friends. Even so close that Purnima prioritized everything on Savita. He just asked every opinion, every concern with Savita. And Savita just replaces the position of her mother. And Savita is more mature. In the beginning of the novel, Savita appears more mature than Purnima. In every situation she faced, she asked for her opinion. She felt sheltered and safe with her. So this is the relation between Savita and Purnima. But one day Savita fled from Indravali, from Purnima, because Purnima's father left her, and as a consequence the village elders found the only solution to get her married to the rapist. But that cannot be the solution. And Savita could not agree with this. "I'll be many things, Puri, but I won't be your stepmother." She lovingly calls Purnima Puri. And she confessed, "I am the one with wings." She flew throughout her life. And she is the bird. The spirit of bird is in her. She flew. She flew for freedom. She flew for salvation in her life. Life throws these two girls on different tracks, but the same destiny. Why same destiny? Because they both are destined for a dark, agonizing existence and perpetual struggle for existence. Purnima's father was desperate to wash his hands of Purnima. Purnima was not a beautiful girl. Purnima was not fair, and Purnima was not beautiful in any respect. So, to get her married was a very tough thing, and to prepare or collect the dowry. So Purnima's father at first tried a farmer, then a clerk, and finally he get a boy who has mangled finger. Even the dowry he cannot give that boy. After a few days, Purnima got married to a man with distorted fingers. She understood now that there is no window, there never had been, or if there had been, it had broken. A rock had crashed through it, and here she was staring at the rock, the stars, the air rushing in. She understood in that moment that she was married. It is a beautiful expression that when Purnima realized she was married, she was feel that she was just fretted, just confined. Her window is totally blocked, and with the locked and blocked window, she realized she is married. So getting married is compared or symbolizes through this shutting of window. For in Purnima's life, her window, that is her freedom, her interaction with the outer world, her inner peace, everything just shattered, everything just closed with her marriage. Vicious shock got suppressed under the challenge of doubt. Purnima's in-laws started torturing her. From morning to night, she had to toil hard and tolerate their abuses. Her husband never loved her, and when she protested, the torture took a different mode, savage cruelty. They burnt her and drove her from the house. But despite returning to her village, to her father, she set out in search of Savita, her soulmate. So after her in-laws burnt her and threw her out of the house, she went in search of her soulmate Savita. She welcomed every challenge and crossed half of the world to find her. Now, in the meantime, Savita ended up in a brothel by the human traffickers. There in the brothel, she had to amputate one hand for money, as a man from Saudi Arab wished to buy a girl with one hand. That will be more appealing for him. But later that deal was spoiled, as the man preferred a girl with one leg. So that plan was cancelled. So easily one girl's hand was amputated, and then that deal just cancelled. A girl has no value. Easily the deal can be done, and easily the girl can be sold, or easily she can be just burnt out. She can be killed, can be murdered, can be amputated. So that is the reality that the author wants us to face. So when she was sent to America, because she was easy to send to America, when she asked Guru, the brothel owner, why you sent me to America as a cleaning woman? I have one hand. Then Guru said, it is easy to send you, for that we can tell that you are being sent to America for a surgery of your hand. But now in reality, you will be a cleaning woman. So she was tired of deals. Every moment in woman's life was a deal for her body. First for its blooming, and then for its wilting. First for her bleeding, and then for her virginity. This line just very heart-wrenching. So I quote it. And Purnima, being a victim of same human traffickers, came to the same place, the brothel of Guru. And she could not meet Savita, but she found the information about Savita and reached for her in America. Now this novel is a poetic journey, you can say in another term, and there are too many symbols here. The first symbol is tree, because the tree stands for girls, as the old woman declared. And as timbers burn brighter, girls also burn brighter. In everyday newspaper channel, we find the stories of their burning for dowry, for giving birth to a girl child, for protest, or for nothing. The next symbol is fruits and banana. And the mention of fruits and banana comes repeatedly in this novel. Savita loves to eat banana, smashing in yogurt rice and banana she loves very much. And Purnima offered her a banana, and later Savita asked for it from Guru in the brothel. And from Guru's mentioning it, Purnima recognized her. So banana is very important in this novel, because banana acts such a connection, connecting these two friends, Savita and Purnima. Because when in the brothel, Guru just mention about a girl who asked for banana to eat with yogurt, then Purnima recognize it is her friend Sobhita who is so fond of banana. So after this, the most important symbol is here chakra, the loom. Sabita found a solution to their family debt and penury by serving on the loom. And for Purnima, it was the way to earn enough money for her mother's food and the family. So both the girls were efficient in the chakra and their life was dedicated to the chakra, the loom. And this chakra is like their destiny. Also the fate, the chakra also stands for their fate. That is like a circle going on and on, over and over. And the next symbol is that is search. After her mother's death, Purnima experienced no kindness in her life except the girl Sabita, and her independent, cheerful nature wins her heart. She started depending on her too much, but cruel fate bridged Purnima and Sabita apart. Purnima crossed all the ways in search of her friend, India to America. The hope that burns within them never allows them to bend or lose hope in them. And this search was continuous. Even till the end of the novel, Purnima was in search for her friend. Burning. Burning is the most prominent and most significant symbol of this novel. Purnima was burned by her mother-in-law and her husband. In this novel, Purnima is the girl who burns. Eventually, she stands for all the girls burning in pain, deprivation, injustice, cruelty in our society. So Purnima is the girl who represents the burning girls, the girls who are burning in every day in our society. Half-waved sari. Half-waved sari is very important here because the half-waved sari was the only solace for Sabita in her every pain and humiliation. And what did she get it? Actually, that sari she was weaving for Purnima's marriage. But the catastrophe that fell on her, that Purnima's father raped her and she had to flee. Then she just take that half-waved sari as her solace, as a memorandum of Purnima's friendship and love. The next is characters. We have to know about the major characters of this novel. That is, at first Purnima. Purnima is the most important character of this novel. She is the first protagonist. And then there is Sabita, who is the second protagonist. The story centers around Purnima and Sabita. And then we meet Purnima's father and Kishore. Purnima's father, Kishore, these characters are just totally stereotype patriarchal representative. They are the representative of stereotype patriarchal society. They are the sample. Actually, they are the sample of patriarchal society. Kishore, Purnima's husband, and Purnima's father. Now we find Dibba. There are some minor characters like Dibba, Oruna, and sister-in-law, two sister-in-laws of Purnima. Among them, Dibba is educated, and that's why she is more sober and more sympathetic. But Oruna is arrogant, always mistreated Purnima. Even in the brothel there is Guru, he is the brothel owner, and there is Rishi. We found Rishi is the middleman who just roamed and wandered through the platform and here and there in search of such women who are in distress, who are helpless, who are deserted, and he took them away and sent them to the brothel in the name that he will provide them with a good job. Okay. That was the trap of Rishi. Rishi trapped them to offer a good job and sent them to brothel of Guru. In America, Sabita met Mohan, Geeta, Padma. Geeta and Padma works as cleaning women, and Mohan is a supervisor. Now girls burn brighter. In our society, burning a girl is a very common practice. No one takes surprised by it. Being born as a girl is a crime in India, and when Purnima was burned, no one takes surprise in it. Purnima, when confronted the outer world in search of Sabita, he came in contact with an old man, but he did not seem astonished by seeing Purnima's condition, and he just asked, even Rishi just asked her, who? husband or father. So it is very common practice that in the patriarchal society, any representative of patriarchy like father, brother, husband, anyone can burn a girl without any intimation. And Shobita also burned in her pain and suffering. She felt both burning as mysterious, so do inside her pillow. The ending. I love this novel too much, and throughout the novel I just flap the pages in too much tension and anticipation. Just the novel gripped me in my place. But something I must say, that the ending is totally catastrophic for me, depressing for me, a wow for me. It is not clear if Purnima found Shobita or not. The novel ends rather focusing light on Mohan and Purnima rather than Shobita or Purnima. And the whole novel was centered on Purnima and Shobita. Finally, in the end, we are not sure whether Purnima met Shobita or not. Purnima did so many things, traveled so much, she crosses all over the world in search of Shobita. Just turned upside down, the hell to heaven. But nowhere it is clear that she met Shobita. And again, as I read the story, variegated emotion work within me. I feel identified with Purnima, again with Shobita in some ways, and their confirmed friendship. No one was there to support them. This spirit, this stubborn spirit in them, that I liked too much. No one was there to back them a bit, but everyone was there to suppress them, to trap them. However, they fight till the end, and this fighting spirit, I like it as well. This fighting spirit in both the character is the competent creation of the novelist. I think the novelist and the novel has attained its supremacy, its artistic hierarchy through this fighting spirit of Shobita and Purnima. But there is something in this engrossing storyline, I find something that is not at all probable, and that is totally impossible, and something I think they are too much fanciful, too much improbable situation. Like Purnima's accountancy skill, that appears to me as totally impossible. That Purnima, a girl who did just 5th class in a remote village school, became suddenly skillful, very well acquainted with accountancy. And later she made her passport. It is so easy. Her passport, and even she started speaking English so fluently that even Guru does take aback, and later she went to America and started speaking English so good. These things are too much improbable. The writer tried to infuse in the character some extraordinary power. Obviously, they are extraordinary in the struggle, in their fighting with the reality, with their life. Obviously, they are extraordinary. They are just above the superior, above the common people. They are superior. But this infusion of some improbable situation make it laughable. Just strip off the reality from this novel, like fairy tale. Again, the character of Mohan, that is the most hilarious character for me. He is a drunkard rapist, but he reads Eliot's proof work. Oh, what! I cannot just adjust with these thoughts. I think the writer proves too much immaturity and incompetency in her debut novel by giving this too much fancy and imagination in this character portrayal. Otherwise, the novel is a classic in its theme, in its characters, in its everywhere. The novel is perfect in the view that girls burn brighter. It is okay. I love this novel. But this improbable situation, and particularly the ending, just break my heart. Anyway, Girls Burn Brighter by Shobha Rao's debut novel. You must take a look at it and inform me if you like the novel, or if you feel like me that in the way I feel for this novel, that these are the improbable situation and I don't like this situation, and how you think about this. You just read the novel and inform me how you feel. Okay, thank you.